Finally, my last South Korea vlog. At this point of time, I'm so done with this whole South Korea vlog thing. I've been back for more than 2 months. But it's all coming to an end, so let's just enjoy the ride as it lasts. We took a day trip to Suwon, a little bit outside of Seoul. It was really different. It was really quiet and much more peaceful. A very stark difference from the bustling Seoul city. All the footage you've been seeing so far are of the Suwon Fortress. Wow, that is a UNESCO heritage site. So of course we gotta take some touristy shots, right? The Suwon Fortress was massive. It was as if a piece of history had been left over in the current 21st century. It was so fascinating to see because it was as if time had stopped for the Suwon Fortress as it stood right where it was, while civilization took place around the fortress. We also took a bus to visit the Galleria department store because my sister wanted to check its architecture out. Even their toilets, as you see right here in this footage, are so trippy. It was an extremely cool building, but it was just a regular department store, so there was nothing much to see other than the architecture, which was actually really cool because they had all these small viewing spaces for you to check out the building itself and to look out of the building. You could also look down and check out the ground floor. At this point of time, I realized that I was just only showing you the interior, so here is how it looks like if you look out. For a first-time visitor like me, it was quite a cool space. They have these see-through glass panels where you can look down and look directly at the road. It was really cool, although it's not recommended for people who are afraid of heights. Since we're in Suwon, my sister wanted to visit the very famous Suwon Chicken Street. Our cab driver recommended Jinmi Chicken, so that's what we went for. When we first arrived at the chicken street, it felt as if the whole place was empty. It was cold and deserted. You could only see 1 or 2 people walking along. Never did we expect that when we entered the shop, it was roaring with business. We had the panban. It wasn't really too bad. I'm not a chicken fan, so I can't say much. We explored the area a bit after dinner, and the Suwon Fortress had a different look at night. It was magnificent. It was so beautiful. We wanted to visit a market, but it was closed, so we just took the train back to Seoul. On the train back, I noticed a young chap wearing the same shoes as me. It was really cool. He also noticed that he was wearing the same shoes as me, and we kind of acknowledged each other. It was a really cute experience. I had McDonald's for supper. I tried out their beef bulgogi burger. It was just a very regular, mundane, normal McDonald's meal, nothing stunning. The next day we headed out to the Seoul Forest. This is the neighborhood around the Seoul Forest. I have no idea what it is called. It was quite a cool and hip place. We decided to have lunch at this place called Harmonie Recipe. Basically translates to grandmother's recipe. Really cool shop. They had a waiting area in the basement. Seems like it was quite a famous place because we had to wait for a bit before it was our turn. They served up really cute side dishes as well. We tried out the spicy fried pork, their beef hamburger patties, the bibimbap, and also some kind of soup dish. I would say it is one of the better food places I have eaten at in Seoul during my entire trip. However, it was a little bit pricey. And then we explored the Seoul Forest. Oh, what can I say? Forests or just trees and plants are not really my thing, although we visited quite a lot of them during this trip. I guess the only redeeming factor are the cherry blossoms. Oh, and this plot of beautiful flowers. I hope whoever sees these will have good luck the entire week. No matter what, the cherry blossoms was still a really beautiful sight. It's something you can't take your eyes off. The cherry blossoms was so popular. I mean, it was a really nice sight. Here's me having enough of this whole thing. Oh my god, why are there still cherry blossoms? It's a never-ending footage of cherry blossoms. Okay, let's just be thankful while it lasts. I mean, when will I ever get to see cherry blossoms again? Not in some time. They also had a little garden in the Seoul Forest. I don't know, it was quite a weird place. Anyway, there was a tortoise there, which was really cool. Cherry blossoms, more cherry blossoms. I mean, what can I say? Cherry blossoms are one of the main reasons why this trip even happened, right? I might sound as if I'm so sick of this whole thing, but really, when you are there, it is a very stunning sight. Explored the Gangnam area after that, and this was our dinner. I didn't take any footage of the Gangnam area because it was boring. But we had crabs, fried soft-shell crabs, marinated raw crabs. Oh, I have always wanted to try out the marinated raw crabs, but what can I say? It wasn't what I thought it was. We then headed over to check out the Coex Mall because of the very famous library. What can I say about this library? It is very, very, very extremely overrated. I mean, it's not too bad. It's pretty cool still, maybe just 10%, but I think the internet really overhyped it up. I would suggest visiting it at night because then everything would be lit up. It makes a very, very nice vibe. Oh, but the vibe killer was this random exhibition in the middle of everything. Finally, the last day in Seoul, we decided to take things a bit slower today. The first stop was a nearby Ocelot just to chill out. The Ocelot was at the Amore Pacific building, so we had a look at it as well. Here's me trying to take one of those very pretentious shots without knowing about what is going to happen when we go home later. If you've ever been on the internet, you would have known that in Myeongdong there is this very famous shop called the Myeongdong Gyoja. They only have 4 items on the menu and they are a Michelin star restaurant. We ordered their bibimbap mandu and kalguksu. I am a huge mandu fan, so it's a must order for me. But to my huge disappointment, the food was just mediocre. It was very, very average. Like, who are these people judging the Michelin stars? Like, come out, I need some explanations, man. I'd definitely recommend you pick the bibimbap over the kalguksu though. Did some last minute shopping in Myeongdong and decided to head over to this Korean Chinese restaurant to try out their food. The food was very average as well. I think throughout my whole entire Korea trip, maybe out of 10 restaurants we tried, only 1 was good. Anyhow, I couldn't wait to finally go home. Look at me in this clip. You cannot tell, but I was so happy to bid goodbye to this place and embrace my homeland. But little did we know that we were denied entry at check-in because we were late for 1 to 2 minutes. Oh my god, the lady at the counter, she was so rude, unforgiving and strict. I was just so done. We were all so infuriated. We were stuck at Incheon Airport for the night and we just quickly bought the next available flight home. It was such a bad way to end this already pretty awful trip. It was definitely a lesson learned. I was just so happy to be back at home. Never have I been this happy to reach home. Also, look at these beautiful lights up on the ceiling that look as if they are lighting up as we walk. Oh my god, nothing feels as good as home. Thanks for watching. Bye!